Hi all, this is a demo of the BraiNet project for the CSC 535 mobile computing course project. We have created an app to authenticate users using their brainwaves, which we call ThoughtID. The mobile app uses a threshold algorithm and decides whether to use a fog server or a cloud server to authenticate the user. This is a setup for our project. The Android device is a Moto G5 running Android version 7.0. For the cloud server, we are using Azure Virtual Machine that is located in New York City, and it has an i7 processor and an 8 GB RAM. For the fog server, we are using an i5 processor and a 4 GB RAM. The Android device and the fog server are on the same local network. Both the servers use Java RESTful web services hosted on Apache Tomcat server running on Windows 10. MATLAB compiler runtime version 9.2 is running on both. Extracted features are stored in an SQLite database, and we have written our own feature extractor and comparator logic as a MATLAB script, which is invoked in the fog or cloud server as and when required. Let's move on to the user registration. Let's call our first user Ramesh, and let's select a pass start. Let's register Ramesh. As we can see, the user is being registered on the fog server on the left and cloud server on the right. And the user has been registered with his username and the features extracted from his ThoughtID. These features are stored in an SQLite database. Now the user receives a confirmation that he has been registered at the fog and cloud server. Now let's go ahead and register another user. As you can see, Ramesh's brother Suresh has also been registered on both fog and cloud servers. All the details are stored in an SQLite database. We have three different types of servers we have three different modes of authentication, which are done using the fog server, the cloud server, and an automatic mode which uses a threshold algorithm. Now let's go ahead and sign in Ramesh. Let's use the fog server for signing in Ramesh. As you can see, Ramesh has been authenticated. The authentication took 2.367 seconds. Now let's authenticate Ramesh using a cloud server. As you can see, Ramesh has been authenticated on the cloud server too, and this has taken 5.75 seconds. Now let's go ahead and try to log in Ramesh using his brother's ThoughtID. We have selected Suresh's ThoughtID, and let's try to authenticate him. As you can see, the authentication has failed and Ramesh hasn't been able to log in using Suresh's ThoughtID. Now let's use the automatic mode to log in Ramesh. The automatic mode uses an offloading algorithm to decide if a user should be authenticated on the cloud or fog server. We have used an SQLite database in the phone to store the aggregated values. We are considering two parameters, the battery level on the Android phone and execution time on the fog or cloud server. As and when a request is made from the phone, the database is queried and the aggregate of the parameters is retrieved for the cloud and fog server, which let the algorithm decide which of the two servers should be used for authentication. After each authentication, the parameters are calculated using these two formulas and updated in the database for fog and cloud server respectively. This concludes our demo. Thanks for watching.